Today on What It's Like, 1929 Buick Touring, overhead valve, straight six. But before getting into all of it, I'm Jay. Welcome to What It's Like. If you just stubbed your toe on this channel, let me tell you, you've hit the proverbial jackpot. We cover the lost and forgotten classics, vintage, some exotics, lots of orphan cars, and cars that tend to get lost in the shuffle. Because get this, we do way more than just walk around a car with music. We dive in deep with specs, period correct ads, go through the button switches and knobs, and show what these cars were like. It's in the title. If that sounds like a channel that you would totally dig, subscribe and hit the bell icon next to it to never miss a video. This 1929 Buick Series 129 Model 55 is currently for sale at Classic Auto Mall. What's Classic Auto Mall? Classic Auto Mall, located Morgantown, Pennsylvania. I swear you could hear angels sing the moment you'll walk through the front door. It's like an indoor car show that everybody can go to, and guess what else? It's totally free. For more information, pricing, and pictures on this absolutely stunning 1929 Buick Series 129 Model 55 Touring, Sport Touring, or Phaeton, click the link below after the show. Real quick, before getting into this Buick, we need to get the younger generations into this car hobby. I'm a millennial, if anybody wondered. And I totally dig the pre-war cars. It's one of my favorite eras. But I'm just saying we need to get more younger generations involved in this car hobby. Buick was founded in 1899 by automotive pioneer David Dunbar Buick and was the company that established General Motors in 1908. Was known as Buick Auto Vim and Power Company from 1899 to 1903, Buick Motor Company 1903 to 1908. Fast forward to 1929. 1929 was a big deal at GM with the launch of their companion make program, which gave all of their makes except Chevy a junior offering. For Oakland had Pontiac, Oldsmobile had Viking, Buick, Marquette, Cadillac, LaSalle. Buick also celebrated their 25-year silver anniversary in 1929. 1929 Buick was offered in three wheelbase options, also known as Series 116, 121, 129, with a plethora of different body options available in each series. We're only going to focus on the 129 series today. There is a prefix. So say 29-49, the 29 prefix just stands for the year because honestly, they used the same body from 1927 to about 1931 with very little changes. The grille was changed, but the body, the headlights, everything else is mostly the same. Very important side note. So these cars up until 1931 had an overhead valve 6 in it. By 1931, that was the very first year you could get the Fireball, inline, overhead valve, straight 8. 1929 Buick Series 129 could be had as a 2949, which was the 7-passenger Touring, 2950 7-passenger sedan, 2950L 7-passenger Imperial sedan, 2951 5-passenger 4-door Brougham, 2954cc 4-passenger convertible coupe, 2955 Sport Touring, 2957 4-door sedan, 2958 coupe. Let's talk specs. It rides a wheelbase of 129 inches. It weighs 3,990 pounds. Price, $1,525, which is equivalent to you spending $26,468.74 in the year 2023. Total 1929 Buick production was 187,861 units, of which total 129 series was 34,595, and of that number, Sport Tourings were 1,122 units. Options: front and rear bumpers, side mounts, wire wheels, spare tire lock. Fun fact, 1929 Buick was one of the first cars that GM built an all-new art and color department for, which was overseen by our boy, Duke Harley Earl. Moving on to engines. Only one engine on offer for the 129 series, and that was a 309.6 cubic inch displacement. Overhead valve, inline 6, 5.1 liters. It made 91 horsepower. The rest of the power output figures are inconclusive. It doesn't give a torque figure, and it doesn't tell me what RPM the 91 horsepower was achieved at. But bore was 3.6 inches, stroke was 5 inches, 4 main bearings, built of cast iron, backed by a 3-speed manual transmission. Just take a look at everything's going on with this one. Starting with the fender. Look at this line here, how it comes down, and then it tapers into the fender itself. I always wondered why cars from this era had these protruding outward. I didn't know that it was not only for the bumper, but it also mounts the fenders. Notice the fenders are mounted to it. I always wondered why the frame extended out like that. Just check out how this bumper's designed. Look at how big these headlights are. Here's my hand for reference. These headlights are huge. Nice Buick logo there in the center of the grille. Notice the bar that goes between the two headlights for stability, I would presume, because this is what it's mounted to. Just check out how big these fenders are and how they swoop down. This one's got the side mounts, so the tire is held by the fender, but it's also held by this piece here, which tightens down. Accessory lights. Check out all the bright work and how it's textured. Now notice, this does not have windows. The top can be removed, but it'll never have windows. And this one's only got one cowl. If it was a dual cowl, it would have another windshield back here. Check out the rear fender situation. This is where the gas tank is, and that's the gas filler. This is your trunk situation. And notice how it has a strap. It's like a belt. Just like modern equivalent, but this is a physical trunk that you can take off of your car. Look at the rear bumper situation. It's only got one taillight right here. Look at how this rear window is designed. Also, it's a real glass window, and this is technically a convertible. This car has such a presence about it. Before getting inside, just check out how this door handle is designed. It looks absolutely brilliant. It almost looks like a Packard door handle. So here's the door panel. Look, you got locking storage compartments. This is the door handle to get out, and it operates like this. And just notice when you turn this door handle, it moves that door handle as well. So getting inside, but before we do, just check out how wide these running boards are. I wear a size 12 shoe, and it's wider up there than it is back here. Kind of sort of tapers back here a little bit. Coming into the pedal box itself, clutch, brake, gas pedal. Notice the gas pedal, it looks like an upside down spoon. Here, there is a little lever that actually opens up. There's a cowl vent. Well, it's not a cowl vent, but it would be a air vent. It's on the side over here, right behind the side mounts for the spare tires. Just take a look around at this interior. So here's what over the hood impression looks like. The steering wheel is kind of sort of in my crotch, but it's actually, you sit up really high in this car. It's got a nice wood steering wheel It's got a nice polyurethane finish on it. On to the button switches and knobs, starting in the center, but on the left-hand side. At the top is for the choke. Just below that is the carb heat control lever, speedometer with odometer and trip inside of it, oil pressure, amp meter, panel light just above that inside the hooded area. Coolant temperature, gasoline gauge, wiper valve is at the top with the panel light switch just below it. Moving to the steering wheel center, at the top left, that's for the Spark Advance. Top right is for the hand throttle. Bottom is to control the headlights. If you move it to the left position, that's for the parking and or running lights. Move it to the right for headlights, and then bright lights is just above that. Up above, there aren't any sun visors. There's an aftermarket rear view mirror there. There isn't a sun visor over there either. You can put the windshield down as well as flip it out if you wanted to. Over here, there's nice little storage pockets inside the doors, and they are the whole door. So the whole inside of the door could be a storage pocket, which is really nice. Down here, there is another vent, air vent for the side. There isn't a glove box, so we can't do the glove box test. Getting in the rear door. So it's a lot like the front door, but it's in the rear, and it's got a wheel arch here for where the fender connects. Just check out how much space is back there. It's got a nice footrest that you can flip up out of the way like this, or you can put it down like this to rest your feet on. It's got nice door pockets on both sides. So every door has a pocket. The only one that locks is the driver's pocket. So this is what the view looks like from the back seat. This is how much space I have. Tons of knee space. There's actually way more space back here than there is up there. And let's just take a look at the greenhouse real quick. And just notice the top. It's metal and wood. This is what visibility looks like out the back. Look at that trunk out there, isn't that cool? This is what I look like sitting in the back seat. There's tons of head space back here. Like I said before, I'm 6'2", fit in this car pretty good. You sit up really high in this car, like really high. For instance, that is a Buick Skylark right next to us, and we look like a semi-truck. So coming up and getting underneath the hood, to get under the hood, you just take these. They got quite a bit of tension to them. And there's two on each side. So just check that out. The overhead valve. Check out that horn. Look how big that is. So when closing this, just check this out. It's got these little feet on the bottom there that when you pull it up, it pushes that in so it sits flush, nice and straight. Coming to the other side, and this hood isn't very heavy. Just check out how clean this side is. See the generator? Look at the distributor placement. That's very interesting. It's very clean too. The generator and the starter are about the same size. On to the pros and cons. I am getting the pros and cons from a list that I compiled up because this isn't in the book of collectible cars. Go figure. So on the positive side, it looks like $1 million, convertible for the whole family to ride in. Very spacious back seat, door pockets in all of the doors, which is a really nice feature. Gauges for everything, overhead valve, inline 6 engine. Against it, people who know these are getting fewer and farther between. Engine parts, question mark. Would that be hard to get? Body style. This body style does not have windows, so there's that. So if you live in a rainy climate or a cold, rainy climate, this might not be the car for you. But if you live in the sunshine, this would be the perfect car for you. Now it's time for Name That Tune. First person to give me the correct name of the band, as well as song title. First person to do both correctly will have their comment pinned to the top of the comment section. If you'd like to get in touch with me, shoot me a comment in the comment section below, or check out our Facebook group that correlates with this YouTube channel. Don't have Facebook? No problem. You can send me an email, and I will get back to you as soon as I get that. The link to the Facebook group will be in the description, as well as my email address. So if I catch you on YouTube or on Facebook, or you send me an email, just know that I appreciate everything. And until next time, wait a second, here are some scenes for our next episode. 1935 Ford two-door sedan. That's what's next on What It's Like. And until that time, that's going to be Saturday's episode. Until then, toodaloo! Hello, you have reached me, Arnold. I can't come to the phone right now. I'm out killing pepperoni. If you want a pizza in the next few days, leave your name, your number, your serial number, how tall you are, and all the other ridiculous information I need to know. So what kind of pizza do you want? You want pineapple? I'm going to hurt you. If you want broccoli, we do not serve broccoli in this kitchen. But if you want pepperoni and 9mm bullets, you've come to the right place.